Hey everybody, welcome back to another playthrough of the Angmar Awaken cycle. I'm Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, and this is the final scenario. It's called the Dread Realm, and while Karn Doom is always given a lot of credit for being really tough, which it is, this scenario is only slightly less tough. And so there's a lot of stuff going on here. So let's see what we got. We'll look at my opening hand. We'll set up. We'll look at some of the stuff that's going around. I'll take a look at my heroes. I want to show off my alt arts, and we will then go from there. You can see that I have upgraded Celeborn here on the right with the official alt art. A lot of time has passed since I've started doing this, and I was able to find the alt art Celeborn for a reasonable price. So I'm pretty excited, and I put it next to the alt art Galadriel because they're married, and you can see how awesome they look side by side. It's just a sweet combo, and I'm super stoked to have both official alt arts. And my Galadriel alt art on the left there is signed by Caleb Grace, designer of this card. And hey, we even have a show with Caleb talking about this card, so check it out. And then we have Thranduil with the One Ring. The One Ring is a card in the game that is a little bit polarizing. Some people don't like it in the game. I like it because it's a cost benefit. You know, there's some decision points you have to make. Yeah, you get some pretty powerful cards, access to the pretty powerful cards with the One Ring, but you also have 5 less threat to play around with, and I just threaded out last time I played this. So it's not, it's powerful, but it's meant to be powerful. And the neat design thing about this is that the One Ring itself doesn't do anything. It actually, when you use it, it just raises your threat, but it allows you to use other cards, the master cards. So it's pretty cool that that's how this made its way into the game. Thranduil ends up with Cunning. It's permanent, so during setup or during now when I put my heroes into play, he gets Cunning, which allows me to give him +2/+2/+2 once per game. And so far, that's come in really handy. In my hand, I have 2 attachments right off the rip that goes on Galadriel, at least in this hand. Elfriend, you would think is not a card for Galadriel, but I need her to have the Sylvan trait, or it'd be nice to give her the Sylvan trait because the Sylvan tracker heals Sylvans. So this is good. So I just have this as a one of in my deck. And I probably won't play it unless the Sylvan tracker comes out or I see the Sylvan tracker. But Nenya is great because that gives me access to the lore sphere and lets me play lore cards. Plus, it allows me to use her willpower to quest. Okay, on the left, you see Daeknar's Brand, which I earned. And it says that whoever uses this gets +2 to attack an undead enemy. Every enemy in this is undead. So that's going to go great onto Celeborn. He's going to be a great attacker, and he can actually one-shot reanimated characters or reanimated cards, which is great. And then the Steward of Gondor, I'm almost embarrassed for you to read it there, but you know what it does. Okay, and on the left is Rumil. He's ranged, and when he comes into play, he deals X damage to an enemy engaged with a player, and X is the number of ranged characters I have in play. So this is one of those cases where playing solo, the ranged keyword actually comes into play, actually does something, which is one reason why I like this deck. I really haven't talked about that too much throughout this series, but I do like that, hey, here's a ranged thing that allows me to do something that normally I wouldn't be able to do. And then and then response on this the Glathrum's Handmaiden. You lower your threat by 1, and that's cool, but pretty powerful quester there. Okay, so this says set Dakenar and the Altar of Midwinter aside out of play. So we will do that. When they come into play, we'll take a look at them a little more closely. And then it says put an encounter card. So let's see what the encounter card is. Okay, so this says attach Death and Calamity to the current quest. Then the first player reanimates X cards, where X is the number of copies of Death and Calamity in play. Okay, so we will do that right now. So I can't do anything about that. I don't have Eleanor, so I reanimate a card. And then the bottom of that says each player reanimates top card of my deck. So we have 2 things reanimated so far. Ugh. Okay. And then says when the players advance stage 2, sorcery cards transfer from this to that. Okay, so this is the Dread Realm, the campaign cards on the left there. It says each player may search their deck for a boon card and add it to their opening hand. Okay, so let me see what that's going to be. So the card that I got was the Heirloom of Iarkon, and it gives hero +1 willpower, and it heals damage from that character. So that's great to play on Galadriel. And then the card on the right there is Arnor Ravaged, and basically when I take a damage that doesn't kill a character, I put the damage that's on Arnor Ravaged onto whatever character just took that damage. Okay, so Thranduil and Galadriel have damage on them left over from the last scenario. It carries over to this one. I did pick Inner Strength for the 1 ring. That gives me a defense bonus, so now I'm able to defend a little bit. Okay, so let's see how this works itself out. My starting threat is 25. I have the 1 ring here as my current quest marker, and I have the Tower of Barad-dûr as my threat tracker. So it looks like I am ready to go. And I get a Nath Guide to start with. So Nath Guide, the short version is that when she comes into play, a character doesn't have to exhaust a quest. So that's good. Okay, so I got a lot of stuff to worry about here. Okay, but I'm going to spend 2 to put this into play. So that's going to be the Steward of Gondor is on Celeborn. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put Dakenar's Brand onto Celeborn for 0. Okay, and then I'm going to look for sorcery and put it in the victory display. Okay. And let's see. I only have 1 sorcery card, and that's Death and Calamity, which I already have here. So I'm going to put the victory display over here, I guess. Okay, so now I have to shuffle up the encounter deck. The Heirloom of Iarkon can go on to Galadriel and heal her. So that's good. Okay. And then I think Nenya is going to go on to her. And I'm going to spend 1 out of there. And then I'm going to play Inner Strength. That's going to go on to Thranduil. And the Nath Guide, and that's going to target Celeborn. Okay, so right now I have 0 in the staging area, and I'm questing for 5. I think 5 is good. I'm going to hope that I don't get anything crazy, hope that I can take this, and I'm going to hope that I can use Galadriel's ability and not have to use her her willpower. Oh, Curse Dead. Curse Dead says put each copy of Curse Dead in the discard. This is a great time to get it because there's not that many copies of Curse Dead right now. There's only one. there's no discard pile. So, but the problem is there's 5 copies in the encounter deck, so that ends up being a big problem when you get down to the end of the encounter deck. But now's the time to get that. Okay, so that's 1 in the staging area, and I quested for 5. I'm going to put 4 progress onto the current quest. That's great. Okay. I'm going to leave this in the staging area. I don't want to engage it. I'm going to exhaust Galadriel to lower my threat and to draw a card, and I get Haldir of Lorien. Okay. Okay. I just need to do this and this. Okay. So I will defend here. No shadow effect. And then I will take... I have to take this undefended. Doesn't destroy character. And so I can do 3 damage to Galadriel. Okay, and then I can do a 1-shot and kill this guy here. And now raise my threat. I get a Tree People. That's a great card right now. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the Nath Guide back into my hand. I'm gonna Tree People. So Tree People allows me to look at the top 5 cards and bring something out into play. I already know that I'm gonna bring out Legolas, although the Sylvan Tracker is high on that list, but it's okay. So Legolas is ranged, but he also lets me draw a card if I destroy something. So I'm gonna bring in the Nath Guide again. So now with the Nath Guide, I am going to target Celeborn again. And so now I'm doing 2, 4, 7 against 1 in the staging area. Arnor Ravaged is done and over with because of that. Okay, so now I'm hoping, again, I don't have to use Galadriel, and I'm hoping now to be able to kill some things. Okay, so it's a sorcery. It says each player discards the top card, 3 cards of his deck until the end of the round, adds 2 to the state for each different type. So I did get this, this, and this. So I got an attachment, an event, and an ally. So that's 6. That's a bummer. So I did 7. That's fine. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to exhaust, lower my threat, draw a card, and I get another Handmaiden. So I am going to... I'm going to bring out Haldir. Wait. I'm going to leave this guy in the staging area for as long as I can here. So I'm going to bring out Haldir during as Thranduil's combat action. So that's 4. Okay. So I'll defend with Thranduil. It says attacking and he gets +1. So I get +1, so that's 3. Defending for 4, that's fine. And this guy is attacking for 4. He dies. And I get to draw a card because I just defeated an enemy. It's another copy of Nenya, which I don't need. Okay. Draw a card. I get the Sylvan Tracker. Get some resources. So I'm going to play Elf Friend onto Galadriel, because that's just kind of the way it has to be. Okay, and then so I'll get rid of that one. Okay, now it's time to quest. There's one in the staging area. I'm going to quest for 2, 3. And again, I'm going to hope that I don't have to use Galadriel's ability. And I get the tomes at the end of the round. Discard the top card of each player's deck. Okay, so I'm going to have to do that one. Okay, so that's 4. And I did 3. So you know what? I'm going to raise my threat by 1, which I'm okay with. Now I'm going to use Galadriel's ability to lower my threat. Draw a card. And I get the Marksman of Lorien. Marksman of Lorien is a 3 attack, 2 hit point Sylvan. And when he comes into play, an enemy gets -2 defense, which is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to travel here. So I get to deal 1 shadow card to this undead enemy. And I'm not going to engage it this round. I'm going to wait 1 more round. At the end of the round, discard the top card of the player's deck. If it's an ally, it's not an ally. So that gets discarded. Now I get... Okay, so now I get this. Oh, you know what I was going to do? Here, look. I'm going to spend 3. Even though there's no combat phase, I still get to use the combat phase. And then that means that I get to heal Galadriel. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1. Let's see. I'm going to play that for 2. So the Handmaiden, I get to lower my threat by 1. So I'm down to 25. I'm down to my original starting threat. I need to make some progress here. So that's 3, 5, 6, 9. Okay, I'm doing 9 here. I get another Death and Calamity. Okay, so Death and Calamity, that's 2 on there. So that means that I reanimate 2 cards. Okay, that's a bummer. No surge. So I did 8. So that's 5. That's 11, 12. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust Galadriel to lower my threat and draw a card. And I get a test of will. I won't insult you by showing you that. I think I'm going to, let's see, 1, 2. Oh, wait, no, this is 3. That's a bummer. Okay. Okay. I'm at 9. This guy can defend. He can defend. He can defend. Okay. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to spend 4. And I'm going to bring out Rumil. So Rumil does 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And so that's going to kill automatically this one of these guys. Okay. So it's good. And now this one is the only one that's left. So I'm going to defend with Thranduil. If this destroys character, does not. And then I'm going to do 3, 4, 4, I guess. And this guy dies. So quicker than sight. And then I'm going to draw a card. I get the Elven King. Okay. I get a Island Amid Perils to reduce my threat. I don't have anything to really do except put this onto him. And now let's see here. I wish I got that Ancestral Armor. Ancestral Armor is really good on Thranduil. Okay, so what if I do 2, 4, 5, 6? What if I do 6? Okay. And okay, I get the Wraith of Karn Doom. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so the Wraith of Karn Doom says that when it leaves play, attached character gets -1, -1, -1, and that can go on to a whole bunch of different characters. But now I'm getting up to 3 sorceries, and Dakenar loves sorceries, and this is getting to be ugly. So this is tough here. The Wraith of Karn Doom. This guy has to come down. Oh, wait. Let me make sure. So I did, how much did I do? 6. Okay, so I'm doing 6. And there's 3 there, so I do 3. Okay. So I'm at 12. I need to do a little bit more, but this guy comes down first. Deal this guy a shadow card. I'm going to exhaust, lower my threat, draw a card, and I get another copy of Legolas. I'm going to play a Handmaiden to lower my threat by another 1. Okay, now this guy is attacking for 4. Okay, well, I'll defend. Oh, I already did that. Okay, so I'll defend with Thranduil. It says if there's a copy of the defending, there's no copy of the defending. Okay, so 4 versus 4, no damage. And now I can do 4, 8. And this guy I'm going to put right onto Galadriel. Okay. Okay, and that's... Oh, I forgot to take 2 out for that. And because I killed, I get to draw. So I get another Marksman of Lorien. Okay, there's a Sylvan Tracker. It's another one of those. Okay, so I'm going to play the Minstrel. So by playing the Minstrel for 2, I get to go search for... Here, I'll show you what the Minstrel does. I'm getting lazy here. It's late. Okay, so the Minstrel says that I get to go look for an event card in the top 5. Okay, so the 2 events that I got were Test of Will and Tree People. So I think I'm going to pick Tree People. I know that sounds stupid, but I want to try to get as many allies into play as I can. With the Tree People, I'm going to bring this Nath Guide back into my hand. And I'm going to look for some sort of ally here. And the ally I'm going to find is the Greenwood Archer. Okay. And with the Greenwood Archer, let's see, I'm going to take and I'm going to lower my threat and ready Galadriel, because now I can do that. Okay. And I get to draw a card. I get a second Greenwood Archer. So I have 1 in the staging area. Oh, gosh. And I'm questing for 1, 3 before I'm doing anything. Let's see. Let's see, 3, 4, 8. And then she's going to quest 2, but maybe she doesn't have to. Maybe I'll do this then. I'm going to have to reanimate stuff anyways. Let's see. So 3. And I have 12, so I need 6. There's 5. There's 1. Okay, well, maybe now's the time, right? Okay, good. So I'll do 7. That's how much I need, right? 6, 7. Okay, so we'll see what happens here. I get a sorcery. It says each player discards the top 3 cards of his deck, gets +1 for each. We had one of those before, so let's see what I get. Okay, I get an attachment and a weaver. 2 attachments and a weaver, so I get +4. So that's 5. And I did 7, and I'm going to do another. That's 11. So 11 minus 5 is 11 minus 5 is 6, which is exactly how much I need for here. Okay. So let's pause and let's see what we have to do for stage 2. Okay, so remember we get the sorceries carry over from stage 1 to stage 2. And then this one says, add Angmar to the staging area, make the altar of midwinter the active location. And then it says each player reanimates the top card of his deck. So on the left there we have Angmar. He cannot have attachments, but he's not immune to player card effects, which is good. And it says he gets +1 for each sorcery card, +1 attack. So right now he's attacking for 7, which is ridiculous. And it says if there is at least 1 sorcery card when he's damaged, cancel all the damage, and and remove a sorcery card. So that's wild, but that's good. And then it says we remove it from the game. And then the Altar of Midwinter says at the end of the staging step, the player must either reveal 1 additional encounter card or reanimate the top card of his deck. So that's going to be a pain in the butt. That's where I've been getting kind of stuck. But hopefully I have enough out here to kind of keep things working. So let's flip over to B. And then on 2B, it just says the way to advance is by defeating Angmar. And so he's a big pain in the butt, but hopefully we can get there. Okay, so I have Angmar, and I have my reanimated, I have the Altar of Midwinter. Let me get rid of these progress tokens. Okay, my quest marker. I'm only at 23 threat, so that's good. That's going to keep this guy up here. Okay, so now we have to do engagements. Okay, so now we do this and this. Okay. Well, I'll start by defending this guy here. It says if there's a copy, no, there's no copy of the defending player. Okay, so now this is attacking for 7. So I have to do 7. But I also, let's see, I think I'm going to do this and lower his defense by 2 here. So I'm going to bring this guy into play. Okay, and then I guess I will defend with the Weaver. And that's a good way to see a sorcery. The Weaver, or not the Weaver, but the Minstrel. The Minstrel goes goodbye. Okay. Now, I can one-shot this thing. That's Galleon, dang it. Okay. And then I can do 4. Oh, wait, no. I'm going to one-shot it with this to draw a card. Okay. And that's a Nath Guide, which is good. Okay. And now I will do 4, 8, and that kills this. And I might as well get rid of this, and the sorcery gets put out of play. So I'm going to put that right over here. Actually, I can put out of play over here because now my out of play area is good. Okay, I'll draw a card. I get a, oh, that's good. I'm going to spend 2. And I'm going to target Celeborn. Okay, so that's 5. And then I have a choice of an additional card or reanimating. So I think I'm going to just keep reanimating for a little bit, unless I get overwhelmed by enemies. Let's see. I'm going to do this too. I'm going to do another 9. I'm at 9 versus 1. So, okay. Attached to the current quest. Okay, let's take a look. Heavy Curse. Okay, so Heavy Curse is a sorcery, and it's got a when revealed. This is why I'm going to spend the one that's not the worst sorcery, but I want to be able to eventually get to Angmar, so I'm going to Test of Will that. So that cancels the when revealed, but it doesn't cancel the surge. So this surges into a Witch of Angmar, which says that when the shadow cards are dealt, if they have a sorcery effect, you do the when revealed of the sorcery too. Okay, so that's 4, and I did 9, so that was successful. Okay, so I'm going to reanimate this. Okay. And I'm going to deal shadow cards. So this guy's attacking for 2. This guy's got 6. Okay, so I'm going to defend here. 4 versus 6. It says discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Resolve the when revealed effects of each sorcery card. I'm just going to cancel that. I'm going to raise my threat by 1. Okay. And then I'll take the 2 damage. Okay. And then, let's see. I'm going to do, I'll defend here. No shadow. Okay, no damage. Okay, and I'll do, let's see, what needs to come out here? So I'm going to, well, let me do this. I'm going to lower my threat, draw a card. Okay, I get a Faint Voices. That would have been really nice to have last time, but okay, I'm going to do 3, 4. That kills this thing. And I get to draw a card because of Legolas. Another Faint Voices. Okay, so this is good. Okay, and so now can I get up to 6? Yeah, I should be able to. So that's 2, 4, 7. And so I get rid of this. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, so now we ready. Draw a card, and I get Olorien. Okay, so that's nice. So I'll do that, and I'll put Olorien onto Celeborn. Celeborn's got a lot of stuff, but he doesn't have. It's not too crazy right now. Okay, I'm going to play Nath Guide for 2. Okay. Nath Guide's going to target Celeborn. Okay, and then I'm going to, so that's 4. 6, 8, 9. Do 9. Okay, and I'm going to reveal a card. It says, when revealed, each undead enemy gets +1, +1, +1 until the end of the round. First of all, look at the art on that card. It's just really good. But it says each undead enemy gets +1, +1, +1 until the end of the round. So that's okay. So I can't do anything about it, but it is what it is. It's not a sorcery, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to put Restless Evil just right here so it reminds me to do this. So this is 4, 5, 6, and I did 9, so that's 3 more. So that's fine. I did. Okay, so I'm going to learn my lesson. I have to animate because it was the end of the staging step. And now I get to draw a card. I get another Marksman of Lorien, which is great. And I get to lower my threat. Now, let's see. 1, 2. So this guy's 2. What can I do here? Let's see. How much is this guy? He has 6 defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to play Island Amid Perils, which allows me to lower my threat by the casting cost, by the cost of the ally. So I'm going to bring Rumil back into my hand and lower my threat by 4. 1, 2, 3. So I'm down to 20 threat. Okay, low threat is great in this game because now I don't have to engage these guys. Okay. And so now, by doing that, this is how weird this is going to get. I'm going to now play Rumil from my hand. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that does damage to him. And that gets rid of this last Death and Calamity here. So now this time I'm going to be able to attack and do a whole bunch of damage to him. Okay, but now he's only attacking for 5. Okay, so I will use Thranduil, and he will, it says attacking and he gets +1. So he's attacking for 6. Thranduil is I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use Cunning. So he's defending for 6, attack for 6, so that's good. And I will defend here with Haldir. This is 3, yeah. Okay, +1. So that's 2 here. Okay. So look, I get to do 1, 4. That kills this. And now I get to draw a card. I've got another copy of the Elven King. And so now let's see here. I get to do 3, 6, 8, 9, 13. 13 against 6, so subtract that. 13 minus 6 is 7. Okay. Thank you, Angmar. This is done. Okay. Draw a card. Quicker than sight. So my hope is that I don't get a... I only have a few more cards in my hand, or in my deck. So that's, a few more cards in my deck means good stuff. So maybe I sit tight. Okay. I will lower my threat and draw a card. Oh, I get Silverthorn. That's nice. Okay. So I will put Silverthorn onto Celeborn. And then I will play this for 1. Exhaust Olorian. I know that that's a weird. Let's see. I used this too. Okay. Okay. And because I brought out the Greenwood Archer already, Galadriel. And so that's 5. And then Galadriel has really nothing else that she can do other than quest. So I'm going to leave all of this. I'm going to quest for 5, and then Galadriel's 5 if I need it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Surge. When revealed. This is this is the losing time. Okay, so the losing time burden is Surge. It says each player must either raise their threat by 3 or exhaust a hero they control. I think I have to raise my threat by 3 because that doesn't change anything. 1, 2, 3. And now let's see. What does it surge into? It surges into a sorcery. Okay, and that sorcery is Doom 1. And then it says destroy the highest cost ally. And this gets whatever, so I'm going to have to destroy the highest cost ally and then put possession on it. And that means that there's a sorcery in play, and that's a pain in the neck. Okay, so the ally that I picked was Haldir. I have several 4-cost allies, but Haldir is the least, I don't know, least of my worries, I guess. Okay. So, but that means that there's a sorcery out in play, which is a pain in the neck. Okay, but I did 5. There's 4 in the staging area, so I'm okay. So I don't even have to use Galadriel. So 1, 0. I'll defend Angmar with Thranduil. He's attacking for 5. Okay, and it says each undead enemy engaged with you gets +1. So I will raise my threat by 1 to cancel that. Okay, good. Okay. So Thranduil takes the damage. And now I'm going to... I will use Celeborn to defend this guy. This guy attacking against +1, so Celeborn takes a damage. And now I will ready. Let's see. What do I want to do? This guy has 7. So how much is out there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that's good. So I will bring Rumil back into my hand to ready Celeborn. I will kill Celeborn, or I will kill this guy. Okay, and then I'll spend 4. By spending 4, I'll bring Rumil back, and I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Oh, you know what? I had to also reanimate another card. Okay, which wouldn't matter. Okay, I will... Somehow I have to defend. Take this undefended. Doesn't destroy character. That's 2. So I can destroy this here. And then I get to draw a card because that's good. And I get a test of will, which is phenomenal. Okay, and then I do the do the Rumel shenanigans for 5, and that kills Daknar outright. Okay, this guy goes into the victory display, which I will put over here. And now let's look at what we have. So it says, if there are less than X locations in the staging area, search the encounter deck and discard pile and add locations to the staging area until there are X locations in the staging area. X is the number of players in the game. Okay, so the location I picked is the Unholy Crypt, and that gets +1 for each reanimated dead in play, +1 threat. It says reanimated dead are undead enemies, right, which we know, and it says progress that would be placed on the quest is instead placed on locations in the staging area, divided as you choose. At the end of the quest phase, if there are any locations in play, deal 1 damage to all characters in play. So I have to get through this turn, or else I'm going to lose a boatload of characters. I need to quest. Okay, so there's stage 3. This is the active. We have 1 location, and we need to make sure we do some questing. So I was able to ready these 3. Okay. So what are the chances that I get a Galathrim, the host of the Galathrim here? Okay. No, but I did get a minstrel, or a handmaiden. Doesn't help too much. Oh, maybe it does. Let's see. Okay, so I will put out this, and I will exhaust, I will exhaust Olorien, spend 1, lower my threat by 1. So that's good. Okay, so I didn't raise it at the end of the round, so now let's see. Now there is an undead enemy, but that doesn't help. Okay, so in the staging area right now, there is 5. And I have nothing that helps me quest in my hand. Okay, so I have 9 and 7, so 16. But I feel like I can do 16. So let's see. Let me take all my zeros out of here. Okay. I'm going to do, this is wild. Okay, so that's 3. 6. 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. Okay, 15, and I have 5, so I can do 20. Is that enough? 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. Let's do 16, 17. We'll just YOLO this thing. 17. Okay, I get 4. Okay, so that's a Dwemer Lake. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 9. And I will exhaust. So that's 22. Oh, at the end of staging, I either have to reveal, or here, I'll do this. So that's 10. Okay. And I did 22. So I did 9. This has victory. This goes here. Oh. So I did 12. I did 3 to this. Okay. This comes down. This here. So I do 1 damage to everything. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Okay, and I will engage this guy. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I can do this here. I know this sounds weird, but I think I can. So let's do this, followed by this. And now I can I'm gonna spend 1, put this guy into your deck. Okay, I did that on purpose. Okay, and now I'm going to bring this guy back. Okay, and then I will play Feigned Voices to bring Rumel back into my hand, I guess. And that cancels this attack. And then this one, let's see, what can I do with this one? This one I will defend with helps if I actually play the Feigned Voices. This guy I will defend here. And it says discard the top 2 cards, resolve the when revealed effects of each sorcery. So I will play Quicker Than Sight. Quicker Than Sight cancels a shadow effect. And who comes back to my hand? Oh wait, what happens? Yeah, I'll bring this guy back to my hand. Okay, and now all these things. This is gone. There's 4 in the staging area. Oh, tree people. What could possibly be here? Okay, I'll do 1. I'll do 1. 4. 4, 9. 9 versus 4. Okay. And I get 2. 1, 2. So that's 6. And at the end, I will choose to do 1 more. That's 9. Okay. That's a bummer. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's 9. So now I'm getting too many things in. I feel like my threat is this, so I guess I'm going to have to. Okay. So I will do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end, I do 1 damage to everything. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I think the thing that I need to do is bring out Rumil for 3. 1. Let me do it like this. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to kill this guy. Because there's 1, 2 ranged. I was hoping for the host of the Galathrim, but okay. So now I have 3 things that I need to worry about. Okay. 5. So 3. I will do this. Another Death and Calamity. Number of sorceries in play. There are no sorceries in play. So that's good. Okay. So that does damage there. So that's taken care of. Okay, so 4. I don't wanna. Let's see. How about I'll defend with Rumil. Defending player discards the top 3 cards of his deck, attacking and he gets +1 for each different card. Okay. 1, 2, 3. What are the different ally, event? So that's +2. So Rumil dies. Okay. Rumil, I was hoping that you were going to make it. So now I will bring Legolas back into my hand to ready here. And now I'll do this. Well, do I have to? Let's see. What if I keep Legolas out? Okay. Okay. So now this defend for 3. No shadow damage. So now we heal a whole bunch. Draw a card. Get Olorien. That doesn't help me much. I'll do Olorien. Bring this guy out for 2. Okay. What's in the staging area? 4. What's the difference between bringing this guy out, bringing this guy out? No difference. I just save 1 for a test of will. So that's 2, 3, 6, 7, 7. Doesn't help me to save any. So that's 12. 12 versus 4. 12 versus 4. Okie doke, here we go. Here's the card. Doomed 1. When revealed, each player discards each ally he controls that has the same title as a card in the discard pile. Look, I'll take the Doom 2, but I will test of will that. I think. Do I have a Weaver in the discard pile? I do. but I don't have the tracker. Let's see. I take the Doom 2. Does that 10 versus 4? That gives me 6. Okay. I'll just cancel that. Okay. And now I'll reanimate. And then I made 6. And I was able to explore the crypt. Whew. I made it through. I won the campaign. I made it through. Let's see what the campaign card says. Resolution. The players win the campaign. Oh, man. Well, that was pretty crazy because I didn't think I was going to get out of there. But Gladriel is a beast with Nenya. And Celeborn did a lot of heavy lifting for me. As it turns out, Celeborn had 5. He could have killed some things because he had both attachments on him, but whatever. That was close. And the quest card just killed the Sylvans. And because I had a Sylvan tracker out, that helped. But man, I was in a bad way there for a minute. But you know what? I won. I won the campaign. Woohoo! I may have to go back and look at Carn Doom. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I really enjoyed this campaign. It was a lot of fun. It's a new twist on the old quests. I like what it did. It made the quests different, but still had the same theme, so that felt really good. So yeah, it's pretty cool. My Sylvans did it. Okay, everybody, have a great day.